Happy New Year's to all, because we have the Pokemon Go New Year's 2024 event and the first event of this new year. So let's run through all the tips and tricks you need to know for this event. Hopefully my hat doesn't distract you too much because I'm realizing how yellow it is. Nonetheless, this event is January 1st at 10 a.m. to January 3rd at 8 p.m. And we'll have the bonuses of half egg incubator distance during the event, as well as quarter egg distance for the first 3 eggs you incubate through the Pokemon Go egg hatching widget, which is a widget you can get on Android and Apple. During this event, we will also see festive fireworks lighting up the sky in-game, which is cool, and the wild spawns of Ribbon Jigglypuff, New Year's Hat Hoothoot, Darumaka, and rare spawns for Bronzor. We'll also see exclusive 7km eggs for Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Togepi, Tyrogue, Smoochum, Elekid, Magby, Azurill, and Wynot, as well as 1-star raid for Party Hat Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and Wurmple, as well as New Year's Hat Hoothoot. 3-star raids will then have Party Hat, Raticate, Nidorino, Gengar, and Wobbuffet. The 5-star raids will then have Buzzwole, Xurkitree, and Pheromosa all in their respective regions, and the Mega raids will have Mega Ampharos. We'll also see exclusive avatar items you can check out on the shop. Ribbon Jigglypuff and Ribbon Wigglytuff, by the way, will be the 2 new exclusive shinies for this event. We also do have exclusive field research tasks during the event, getting us encounters with Darumaka and Bronzor, as well as a $1 paid timed research that you can go ahead and buy. You do need to complete this during the event or else it disappears, but it does get you an encounter with the Ribbon Jigglypuff, New Year's Hat Hoothoot, Party Hat Wurmple, Stardust XP, and Pokecoins. With the event details out of the way, let's get right into the tips, starting with, as always, what are the best wild spawns? And there's actually not a lot during this event. Well, first of all, the Jigglypuff with the ribbon evolves into Wigglytuff, which is a very good Great League Pokemon, one of the best charmers in the game right now. Then the New Year's Hat Hoothoot can evolve into the New Year's Hat Noctowl, which is still a decent Great League Pokemon, although obviously not as good as some previous seasons. Darumaka's in there, which evolves into Darmanitan, which is a good Fire-type raid attacker, and you can also grind the candies for the Galarian form of Darmanitan, which is a good Ice-type raid attacker, since they do share the candies. Finally, Bronzor is in there, which is good in the Little Cup, and you can evolve into Bronzong, which is good in the Psychic Cup. Whew, yeah, that's it. Not a lot of spawns. You'll probably expect to see a lot of the seasonal spawns in the wild. But what we can take a look at is going to be the raids. Now, I like to think of this event as a very shiny, hunter-focused event. So if you're into meta stuff, it's not really great because there's a lot of costumes. However, Bulbasaur evolves into Venusaur, which is a good Great League and Ultra League Pokemon, and also does have a Mega form in the game right now. Charmander with the hat can also evolve into Charizard, which is good in the Great League and the Ultra League, and also does have a Mega form in the game. And finally, the Squirtle can evolve into the Blastoise, which does have a Mega in the game right now. We'll also see in the 3-star raids, the Gengar, which does have a Mega in the game right now, so definitely would be cool to get a high IV Party Hat Gengar. Finally, in the 5-star raids, again, you're only going to really be able to raid the ones in your respective region unless you want to remote raid them. But Xurkitree, which is available in the Asia Pacific region, if you do remote raid those, it is the #1 electric type raid attacker in the game. Buzzwole in the Americas and Greenland region is good in the Ultra League, and Pheromosa in Europe, Middle East, Africa, and India is a good bug type raid attacker. Finally, Mega raids Mega Ampharos, which is a decent electric type raid attacking Mega, so worth getting a little bit of Mega energy for that so you can, start leveling up that Mega. And that moves us into the eggs, because I think the eggs are going to be the main focus of this event because it's hatching only baby Pokemon. So I would definitely try your luck on these 7km eggs. All of these Pokemon are going to have a boosted 1 in 64 shiny rate, so if you do want to try to hatch any of these babies, go after the eggs. In terms of the meta relevant ones here, Togepi can evolve into Togekiss, which is a good fairy type raid attacker and good in the Master League. Elekid can evolve into Electivire, which is a good electric type raid attacker. Azurill can evolve into Azumarill, which is good in the Great League, and Wynot itself is good in the Little Cup. Quick tip, by the way, if you do end up hatching any of these Pokemon and plan on using them in their meta form, like a Togepi, double move the Pokemon before you evolve it. If you don't know, it's actually cheaper on Stardust and Candy to double move a baby Pokemon versus a regular Pokemon. So double moving it before you evolve it, if you plan on evolving it, is just going to save you some Stardust. Now, to double move and evolve and do all that stuff, we need candy. So let's run through my top candy tips during this event. #1, use Pineapple Berries. Regular Pineapple Berries will multiply your catch candy by 2 and Silvers by 2.34. You can also Mega Evolve a Pokemon. If you don't know when you Mega Evolve a Pokemon, any Pokemon you catch that shares a type with that Mega, you'll get more candy, XL candy, and XP for catching that Pokemon. During this event, I would actually most likely recommend Mega Evolving something for the raid boss you're going after. For example, if you're going to be doing remote raids for Xurkitree, I would probably Mega Evolve something like a Mega Ampharos or a Mega Manectric to get more candies for that, because those are really hard candies to get the Pokemon that, spawn in raids on the other side of the world. And obviously for Buzzwole or Pheromosa, a bug or fighting type would do. Another option though, if you are going after the wild spawns, is going to be Mega Evolve a normal type Pokemon, something like a Megalopony will get you more candies for Jigglypuff and the Hoot Hoot. Overall, the Mega U Mega Evolve is really gonna depend on what Pokemon is your main focus for candies during this event. So let me know in the comments what you'll be going after. Next up, you can go ahead and trade. It is the season of timeless travels, which means every time you trade away a Pokemon, you'll get a guaranteed XL candy and 2 regular candies. So save any of these, Pokemon you end up hatching, catching in raids or the wild, for example, Darumakas, and trade them away to a friend. This is a great way to grind a lot of XL candies for very, very simple because, as long as you have the Pokemon you trade away, you get free candies. Finally, go ahead and transfer Pokemon. Specifically on January 16th from 6 to 7 p.m. is Ralt's Spotlight Hour with a bonus of 2 times transfer candy. Save your Pokemon until then and transfer them then. Finally, brings us to the last section of the video, the Platinum Medal tips. You need 35 Platinum Medals to go from level 48 to 49 in Pokemon Go. So which ones should we be focusing on during this event? And there's actually a couple decent ones. Number one, take a look at the type medals here. If there's any of these you haven't completed, for example, the Rail Staff medal, catch 2,500 steel types. Bronzor is a spawn during this event. We also have the bonus of half egg incubator distance. So the Breeder medal, hatch 2,500 eggs, can be a great one to work on. If you're not going to focus on those 7-kilometer eggs, you can focus on the 2Ks and hatch each 2K in only 1 kilometer, which is really great for hatching a lot of eggs and working on this medal. But if you do end up focusing on the 7Ks, Pilot medal can be a great one to work on. Earn 10 million kilometers across the distance of all Pokemon trades. How this medal works is when you trade away Pokemon, the distance between the two is how much points you get towards this medal. And since you're going to be hatching 7-kilometer eggs, which are gifted eggs from friends all over the world, those Pokemon are technically not caught in your local area. So trading the Pokemon you hatch from 7Ks with locally caught Pokemon can help you get a lot of points towards the Pilot medal. And the final medal I'll mention is the Rising Star medal. Defeat 150 different species of Pokemon in raids. This is a great medal to go ahead and work on because we have a lot of different species of Pokemon in raids. So any of the Pokemon you haven't raided before, do at least 1 raid for them. And with that being said, guys, that is my tips for the New Year's event. I know it's a very small and quick event, only 3 days, but it is a great event to get going into the New Year's. And if you're into costume Pokemon, this is an event for you. Personally, I probably won't be playing because I don't care about costumes, but I know a lot of you guys are fans of it. Nonetheless, happy New Year's, guys. I wish you guys all the success and happiness in this new year. Follow for tips. Peace.